So, Sylvia and Ivan, welcome to the Forbes stage. And it's not by chance that you're here exactly now. There have been 3 years since, Ivan, your last article in Forbes, where I shared about BGO Software's transformation from IT company to one specializing in software services, but only for healthcare.
That's correct.
And now you can share more about one success story that is a consequences from this decision back in 2021.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you all for having us today on the stage of Forbes. Indeed, 3 years ago when we met and did that article, we had just completed the transformation of our company from a general outsourcing company to one specialized in digital health. It's been very exciting 3 years for us, and this time we come to bring another innovation to the Bulgarian IT stage, and with the help of our friends and partners from NLC Health to introduce the concept of venture building to the Bulgarian market. So Sylvia, thank you very much for accepting our invitation.
It's a huge pleasure to have you here. And let's start with something that is so important for us, and that is just to say more about the concept of venture builder.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here today. Venture building. Well, did you know that more than 90% of all health innovations never reach the patients? And actually, our concept of venture building addresses 3 of the most important issues that prevent those innovations from reaching the patients. First one, often the inventors are scientists or researchers or even clinicians. Now, they come up with these great innovations, but they are not entrepreneurs, so they don't really know how to bring this innovation further. So what happens, for instance, happened to actually one of our inventors. He had this great innovation and then approached a corporate working in medical appliances, medical equipment, and they told him, really great, we are interested. Please come back if you have a working prototype. Well, then he approached venture capital, and they said, we are interested, we really are interested in investing in you. Please come back if you have a team and a business plan. And then he goes, but I am a heart surgeon. I have no idea how to come up with a business plan and how to recruit a team. So this is where we come in. We find these innovations. We have relationships with universities, hospitals in Europe, in the US, starting to go to other regions as well right now. We find these innovations, do due diligence on them, and if we find that they're some really worthwhile, we recruit a CEO, found a company, found a venture, and actually help those ventures develop. Second reason, very many innovations are just lying on a shelf and nobody does anything with it. And that is very often happening with innovations that stem from corporates, because corporates tend to actually do strategic shifts once in a while. For instance, Philips, a couple of years ago, decided not to do anything that is invasive anymore, which then means there are lots of innovations, lots of valuable IP actually lying on the shelf and just collecting dust. So again, this is where we come in. We pick up these innovations and build ventures out of it. Third reason, that is what we call the valley of death. Building a startup is hard, really, really hard. There are so many reasons why you can fail. One, lack of capital, lack of ecosystem. With ecosystem, I mean access to customers, access to your users, access to regulatory bodies, or also lack of network that actually enables you to learn. And this is what we provide. How are we doing that? Well, we operate at scale. And our scale means that we are building around 25 ventures a year, have around 90-something in portfolio right now. And this scale actually enables us to provide all this, to build the ecosystem, provide the learning network. And we also operate funds. And these funds then again help provide the funding for the ventures. And that way, in the fund diversifying over this vast amount of ventures, this way we make the early stage investable. Now, and today we are here actually to also talk about our partnership, right, with BGO.
Yeah, as I mentioned, it's not a coincidence that we have you here today. So could you share more about this great news? And yeah, Ivan, what's the story behind this Bulgarian-Dutch partnership?
Yeah. About last year, we made a strategic step forward for our company, and we started making strategic investments in some of the companies that we serve as a technology partner. In other words, we started investing in the products of our clients. And because this is a very innovative way how to approach bringing innovation to the market, like Sylvia said, we started looking at how we can do that at scale. So it wasn't hard to find NLC Health, who, like Sylvia said, actually are the biggest health tech venture builder in Europe, if not in the world itself. And we realized that there's a great synergy between an institution that has all the business knowledge, all the deep understanding of the industry, being able to get all the stakeholders and put them in one place, and a company that has the technology and expertise within the digital health domain. So we like to joke that it's like a match made in heaven, where the technology partner can work alongside with a business partner. And as a matter of fact, we believe that the Bulgarian market, Bulgarian startup ecosystem can benefit a lot from working with that completely different concept that the venture builder offers to the market. So we reached out, and shortly after, we decided that we're going to engage in a partnership. And as a matter of fact, if there is Bulgarian companies that are willing to explore that path of developing their products, we have agreed that we will be working together on them to bring their innovation to the market.
And there is no more tech partners in NLC, am I right? Do you have more?
I'm not sure about that, no?
Yes, there are some others, but actually, all the interactions that we ourselves as a venture builder, but also that our ventures actually had so far with BGO, were very, very promising. So you know what it is? It is before investing, it is really, really important to eliminate the technology risk. And that is what BGO, really specialized in healthcare and being, excellent in their technical and data field and so on, can help us do. But not only that, not only de-risking our ventures before investment, but also helping our ventures as a development partner to develop quicker, to scale faster and better. And by that, delivering value to the patients, actually, even more value and quicker.
An IT company that specializes in healthcare is really rare, especially here in Bulgaria. So yeah, it's great synergy between these two companies indeed. And yeah, for me, it's really important to hear more about Bulgaria here, to hear what's the opportunities after this partnership, what means to Bulgaria. And yeah, Sylvia, do you want to start here just to share what's your opinion?
Sure. I actually think that the potential here in Central and Eastern Europe is immense. And that is, first, due to the very rich pool on IT talent and IT experience. And I'm actually thinking that Bulgaria especially is positioned really very well to become the leader, one of the leaders in digital healthcare, due to the really excellent educational system in technology and also the entrepreneurial spirit. But also, look at the research. So I can imagine that also here, there are very many inventions that actually don't really find their way. And for instance, I had at the coffee before coming here on stage, I had a very brief conversation with somebody, a lady also working at a startup, who said, who told me how difficult it is to actually define your business model with which you will be able to earn money. And I think you need both. You need excellent technology for digital health, and you need to understand your business model. So this partnership will really bring value. And again, due to the characteristics of Bulgaria that I mentioned earlier, I think you're in a really great position to, to develop further on that path, becoming the leader in digital healthcare.
And Ivan, from the Bulgarian standpoint?
If I may add, the startup life is a really hard one. Having been working with startups, trying to create digital health products for the last 12 years, we have seen what works and what doesn't. And what many people don't seem to understand is that in order to create a successful company that actually makes it to the market, that actually starts generating profit, like Sylvia said earlier, you need to understand from business, you need to understand the root of the problem, you need to understand the technology, you need to understand the product market fit, sales, marketing. This is extremely hard to be achieved only within the same entity, let alone by 3 or 4 people. And this is why we believe that ecosystems and cooperation between different institutions that have the expertise in different knowledge and knowledge in different areas, those working together as co-investors, as sharing the responsibility over the success of a product is the right way forward. And speaking about Bulgaria and the local IT ecosystem, honestly speaking, I'm surprised that we're not talking about it too much. But the Bulgarian IT industry that we've been part of for the last 16 years, as a matter of fact, was riding that wave of being an affordable destination for IT services, which is no longer the case. The difference in prices between Eastern Europe and Western Europe when we started was virtually like 2 or 3 times. Now we're talking about 20 or 30%, which means that we are losing that advantage. In our opinion, at BGO, we believe that the only way to fix that and to actually make sure that the IT industry in Bulgaria survives is to either start specializing in a particular domain or start creating products and solutions. Otherwise, we will fall victims to larger nations that produce IT resources like India. Africa is actually on the rise, Latin America as well. A curious fact for you guys is that in India, every year graduate more IT specialists than there is in total in the States. Just let that sink for a second. Yeah, in Bulgaria, the total IT industry is roughly about 50,000 people, like less than a small village in India, right? So, in order to our mission at BGO for the last 3 years was to find a way how we can help the IT industry transform and specialize in digital health, because we believe that this is a high value added service that can help us actually remain on the map for many years to come. And we are very happy to see that there is more and more companies that actually start specializing. There's more companies that start building divisions to serve that industry. And this is great, great news. And I would be very happy if all of us become part of this digital health movement that can happen in the region, and we can put Bulgaria on the map in a different scale. And to wrap up today's conversation, the key word today was innovation. If we want to innovate, if we want to give chance to those products to reach the market, we should be working together. Companies should work alongside with institutions, with regulatory bodies, with pharma companies, with startups, and being together and working together is the way how we can actually take those innovations, dust them off, and bring them to the market.
BGO Software has achieved so much for these 3 years, the past 3 years. So I can't wait to see what you will achieve for the next 3. And I hope to see you here on this stage again after this.
Thank you very
much.
And
hope these plans become a reality. Sylvia, Ivan, thank you so much for this discussion.
Thank you very much, guys.